Oh yeah. Have you seen Cocaine Bear?
We already talked about this, Anthony.
No. This is better because they're
Okay,
making
yes, I
more.
have. I did.
Right? I've
I
learned
feel
they're
like
making.
I heard that.
Yes, but there's the one about like there's like meth moose, and then
Oh, I have
there
not heard about that.
there's one that's like a guy spills some angel dust in the penguin enclosure, and it's called PC Penguin.
Are these like what are these? Are these like knockoff movies or are these like legitimate like movies from the studio?
PC
The same
Penguin.
studio. I heard I heard I heard that
But you
part.
didn't laugh hard enough, so I didn't know if you heard it.
That
There we go. Thank you.
was a PC. That's a good one.
I have been sitting on the name PC Penguin for weeks.
Did you like? Are these real things, or do you just come up with this as a? Okay.
Yes. No. Yeah. They're 100. They are real. Warner Brothers is making them. That is a fact.
Okay, so they're not. So you're not saying facts right now.
100% facts. Again, this is a podcast where we say only facts and only the truth.
Of course.
We're about the hard-hitting journalism that the people want.
Gotcha. How would a penguin? What does a PC penguin do?
It's like. Hold on, let me look up what the effects of PCP are.
Because a penguin is not really not a particularly threatening.
Yeah, but imagine a penguin on drugs. Bears aren't particularly threatening, but then one had cocaine and bam.
No, bears are particularly threatening.
What are you talking about? Look at those little ears. Those are made for hugging. Those are made for scritches.
Of all of the animals we've listed, a bear is definitely the most intimidating. Moose could be a little more intimidating.
I was gonna say, I think I would be more scared of a moose than a bear. I don't know why. But I can't look at a bear and be scared. Like I feel like a bear could be eating me and I'd be like, "Oh, you're such a good little boy."
So you would be the first to die in Cocaine Bear, basically.
Oh, 100%.
Or you would be like one of, I don't even remember all the characters. One of the little kids at the beginning. I don't even think the kids. I would be some of the. No one else in the movie even thought he was cute.
No.
But yeah, I guess so. Yeah. A moose is what makes a moose more scary. It has no claws. I guess the only thing that's scary are like the antlers.
But aren't moose like super territorial and angry?
I mean, no more than a bear is.
Who would win in a fight between a moose and a bear? That would determine who's scarier.
It's a bear.
You don't know that.
Definitely a bear.
Yo, listen.
A moose is not gonna win.
The moose has to get its antlers under it, and then just fling.
I don't even think antlers
up into the sky
are even all that sharp. Like aren't moose antlers like kind of rounded? I guess deer antlers are the ones that's like
they're sharp. Like a scoop. The moose scoop.
Yeah. The moose scoop. I guess if he scooped up the bear and hurled him into the air.
And just launched it into space with their massive moose muscles.
A bear is strong enough, he would just have to slap the moose once and he could probably
No. Dude, moose are tough. Moose are the Mike Tyson of the animal kingdom.
That is not that's not true.
Prove I'm wrong.
Definitely bears would kill a moose with one smack.
Not even like with the claws, just a slap.
Yeah, just a slap. That's all. Like their paws are massive, and their like arms are so thick
for high fives.
Yeah. Okay. High fiving in the face, I guess. High fiving you in the face.
Well, no. Like a bear comes up, and he's like, "Hey, what up?" And you just go. Know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay. I know what you mean. Yeah, you're not going to convince me on that. That would have been a good hot take. Is that the moose is the Mike Tyson of the animal?
Oh, I'm adding that to the list.
What are the effects of PCP? Did you look it up?
I did, and then I didn't read it.
Unqualified, where two guys who are unqualified talk about unqualified things.
Brilliant. Perfect.
Yeah. So let's just hop right in. Let's just
dive right in. Come on, join us on this grand adventure.
I don't think I properly explained what our actual premise is. Where we talk about hot takes. We talk about.
We each bring a hot take to each episode, and then we talk about them, try to determine which side's right.
Yeah. Exactly. Okay. So I'll start with mine. I think that suburbia is a massive scam. I don't even know if that's a hot take. I feel like most people may agree with that. But like the concept of, one, HOAs. Most people hate the HOA. But just like the concept of all these houses that look exactly alike, all the like the green grass and the perfect like lawn and everything. I guess on one end, you want your property, you want your residence to look as nice as possible. Just as like a point of pride and taking care of what you own. But then, there's also the other end where these companies are capitalizing on what is basically this meaningless kind of competition between you and your neighbor to have, the greenest grass, to have the nicest garden. And it's all ultimately pointless, but, we feel like we have to feel that the outside of the house has to look better than everyone else's.
I feel like in suburban areas, excuse me. I feel like in suburban areas, they all look the same. So is it like a competition of trying to make your house look nicer?
Well, that's true. That's true. Maybe I guess the better argument is that it takes away the personality of every individual house. Like I think that we should be focusing on, having a personality to where you live, having it be distinct and like, a representation of who lives there, what you care about, what you want it to look like versus everything being.
And that is why I plastered the front of my house with Trump 2026.
Yep.
I want everyone to know what my political feelings are. Who I'm supporting, for sure.
Yes, and mine is, I plaster mine with Joe Jorgensen.
Briggensen?
The Briggins, I don't know. Never mind, I don't know who that is. Who was a libertarian person?
I don't know. I've never voted.
I don't know. That we had some ongoing joke that we were like voting for Joe, and then you assume it's Joe Biden, but it was actually like the libertarian
that's awesome.
candidate whose name was Joe. But I don't even remember what their name is, so I guess you can see how closely I follow.
It's Joe Mama.
Yes, that's what it was. That was her name. Anyways, yeah, it's just it's a way for, it's just an arbitrary standard that companies are capitalizing on that people think that they have to follow, and they shouldn't. They should all just disregard the standards for what their house should look like.
But not to defend HOAs and that kind of thing, but I understand the purpose of them.
Yes. Yes, there is a purpose.
Like, because it devalues the house if your neighbor has like a car on blocks sitting out front.
That's very true. Yeah, that's not a bad point.
I'm not saying I agree with this. Let me think for a second.
No, yeah. There's just the, the conclusion we always come to, there's a line where, you got to say it has its purpose, but also it goes too far sometimes where, every house is, looks exactly the same. Every house has no cars on blocks in there. How can you tell, who is the interesting person that you want to go up and knock on their door and talk to?
And we all know that by the car on blocks in front of their house.
By the amount of cars they have in their front yard.
What is there like a ratio? Like, is it like a scale to the more? Because it's not just cars; they have to have no wheels. So if you have more cars with no wheels, does that make you a more interesting person?
Are you saying like the less amount of wheels, the more interesting you are?
Yes. There's a wheels to interest ratio of all human beings.
Well, I think it's more interesting is like...
I stand by this because, like, motorcycles, less wheels, cooler than cars.
Oh.
Unicycles, arguably the coolest form of transportation.
But we can all say that 0 wheels is probably someone that you don't want to mess with.
No, they're the coolest.
How are, like, who? I guess a plane. Well, no, a plane still
has wheels. Multiple wheels.
A boat, maybe. A boat doesn't have wheels.
Do you think planes just kind of, like, skid to a stop?
No. I was just thinking of what.
Have you been on a plane before?
Use wheels. I've been on a plane before. But, okay, I forget I said plane. We're skipping to boat. This means that the person drives a boat if they're driving a vehicle with 0 wheels.
Oh.
And that's a pretty cool person.
Yes.
And you can't tell that if they don't have their boat just sitting out in the middle of the front yard.
That's true.
On some cinder blocks. Yeah. I'm just sick of, like, driving through neighborhoods where every single house looks the same. And it's just kind of like a sad, depressing, puts me in, I'm not middle-aged, but would give me a middle-aged crisis if, I ended up there and then just had to, do the same thing every day, driving through the same neighborhood, seeing the same house. And I just think we need to bring back, owning some sort of individuality in our property.
But individuals don't make good capitalist consumers.
This is true. I think we should all be I don't know what the terms are. What is it? I know there's socialist, communist. Which one of those allows me to put a car in my front yard?
I would say probably I don't know. I feel like none of them would.
Communist, if that's okay. Well, then we need to start our own political movement then.
Of course.
That allows us to just make our... Basically, I'm just saying I want to live out in the middle, in like a rural area.
Yeah.
Because it's basically just the suburbs outside the cities that I'm complaining about.
That's, yeah.
But, the rural areas are fun,
Yeah.
You never know what you're gonna
I've passed out in a cornfield before. It's a great time.
Yeah, that's where I want to be. I don't want to be in these lame you know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying.
Do I?
Yeah. Anything more we gotta add to this?
I'm not sure.
I feel like there's definitely something untapped here that
there's got to be some bits, I'm sure. Some goofs, some ha-has.
I
don't either, to be honest. I was adding another thing to the Google Docs.
What is the Google Box?
That's one I actually believe. But that'll be in a future episode.
Yeah, I was gonna bring it up. I mean, if you think there's probably so many things that were actually just like planted marketing scams.
Yeah.
That like we don't even realize.
Especially with internet culture today. And how you're so influenced by...
Yeah.
Because, how many of us wake up and immediately get on our phones? And it's just pure advertisements.
Yep.
Anyways, that's not my hot take.
Yep.
I assume we're done with Suburbia.
Okay. I guess so.
Is there more you wanted to add to Suburbia?
No, I've said my case. But okay. Everybody agrees with it. It's not even a hot take.
I will say, what I appreciate about Suburbia... is it takes all like the upper middle class boring white people and puts them in one area where I don't have to interact with them.
This is true. I guess it just kind of furthers segregation in our culture is what we're saying.
Yes.
that's the aspect you appreciate most about it.
Yes, it is. As we have established in previous episodes, I am a racist.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure.
But if everybody,
last episode we talked for a long time about how I'm a Nazi.
We did do that.
Disclaimer: I'm not a Nazi. Please don't tell everyone I'm a Nazi.
Okay. You're lucky I'm not the one editing.
I know, because I can take it out. Haha.
That's true. It definitely, you got your one spot where, people that think suburbia is for them, they can stay. And I guess people like me have their own spot. But I stick by, it's just a scam that, the companies are taking advantage of. And it has no logical purpose other than just kind of a vain, this is what my house should look like. Anyways, I don't think I have anything else to add to it.
I don't either.
Okay.
All right. Now for a real hot take, and this is gonna piss off some people.
This one sucks.
This is great.
I haven't heard it yet.
Oh yeah, of course. No. We do not have a Google Docs listing all of the hot takes, so we remember them.
Yep.
So, I think in my heart of hearts, deep down in my soul, that Reese's Pieces are significantly better than Reese's Cups.
Bad take.
No, it's a correct take.
Okay,
why do you want, like, Reese? Okay, I'm not saying Reese's Cups are bad. I'm saying Reese's Pieces are better. Okay. Reese's Cups, you get the chocolate, get the peanut butter, put it together, nom, pretty good. You know what would be better? If they were smaller and they didn't melt in your hand as you were holding them.
Okay. A couple things. First of all, Reese's Pieces aren't chocolate. They're just peanut butter. There's no chocolate.
They got the candy coating.
That's not chocolate. That's just like a sugary crunch shell.
Do you think that's real peanut butter in there? In Reese's Cups? No. What do you think milk chocolate is except a sugary candy coating? That melts in your hand as you're eating it.
Next. Okay. People like to say that M&M's and Reese's Pieces don't melt in your hand. They still melt in your hand. They leave
if you hold them for like 30 minutes.
The coloring. Well, yeah, but chocolate doesn't melt in your hand any quicker if you just hold it in there.
I eat a Reese's Cup. I get chocolate on my fingers. I don't want that.
A Reese's Cup also has the wrapping. You unwrap it and then you just put it in your mouth. With the Reese's Pieces, they go into your hand. They had to sit in your hand uncovered by anything.
They come in a bag.
And then they're much more likely.
Reese's Pieces come in a bag. Reese's Cups, as soon as you open them, you have to eat them.
You can... why would you open it if you weren't going to eat it?
Maybe you just want one Reese's Cup. They come in packs of 2. I don't want to share. Why would I share my delicious candy treat?
Also, they have like the little wrapping inside, like the cupcake wrapper.
So you have to unwrap it and then unwrap it again. Hope the second Reese's Cup doesn't melt while you're eating the first one.
Where are you at that these cups are just melting within 30 seconds of opening?
You not eat your Reese's Cups in the sauna?
No? I don't. I eat them cold.
Where else do you get Reese's Cups if not the sauna?
Okay. Have you tried like frozen Reese's Cups?
I have not, but I do imagine that would be good. But I bet frozen Reese's Pieces would be better.
That would just be like eating rocks.
No, because you get a little crunch there. You got a little crunch with the candy coating. You don't get no crunch.
You have a little crunch without them. And frozen, okay, like cold M&Ms, like M&Ms and ice cream are not good.
I agree with
that. It's just like, so why are Reese's Pieces different? They're just a less versatile, less flavorful more inconvenient.
No, they're less inconvenient. You have one less layer of wrapping to undo when you eat Reese's Pieces.
That's true. Okay, maybe in terms of wrapping, I don't agree though that they like keep stuff out of your hands. I think they add more stuff to your hands because more candy is touching your hands.
Yeah, but then you just go. Oh.
Have you had the Reese's cups that have the Reese's Pieces in them?
No, that sounds horrible.
No, it sounds like the best of both worlds. It's a compromise here, Anthony.
We don't compromise. Ever.
Okay. The Reese's... There are actually a lot of great Reese's Cups. Like the ones with the pretzels or the potato chips.
The potato chips I don't like. The ones with the pretzels, yes. I will say...
Those are good.
The eggs... The eggs hit different.
The eggs are... Because I think it's just the roundness that you like of the Reese's Pieces. I think you don't like the sharp ridges of a regular Reese's
cuts my mouth. My sensitive little mouth. I only eat spherical foods.
Yeah, I think that's the conclusion we're coming to.
Obviously.
Also, this was the best of all the Reese's Cups. Do you remember, like, this was like a decade ago, but they had for Elvis's birthday, his favorite sandwich was a banana peanut butter sandwich. And so they put out Reese's Cups that had a banana cream in there with the peanut butter.
That sounds horrible.
That was great. No, it was great. That was a great candy.
Are you sure? Are you sure?
Yes. You didn't even try them.
No, because that sounds banana flavored things are gross.
Do you not like bananas?
I love bananas. I hate banana flavor.
Do you like banana cream pie?
I don't think I've had a banana cream pie. Banana pudding though?
Okay.
Banana bread?
So that's what it was. It was banana pudding inside a Reese's cup.
No, because pudding would spoil from the heat of the sauna.
This is ridiculous.
This is not ridiculous, Saya. This is the truth. You just don't like it.
Do you not like banana and peanut butter?
I actually do. I will eat a banana and I will just scoop peanut butter onto the banana and eat it.
So what sounds bad about this combination that I've just said?
Because it's artificial banana flavoring is so gross.
It's not okay. Imagine it as banana pudding, not as like, I don't know what you're imagining, but you like banana pudding, you like bananas and peanut butter. Yes. It's just that in a cup, in a Reese's cup.
Yeah, and then it melts in my hand, and now I got banana pudding all over my hand. I don't want to eat banana pudding with my hand. That's what a straw is for.
You like when you're opening up regular Reese's cup, you have a straw on the ready because they're
just,
like
just in case they brought them back and I didn't know. Yes.
They what?
Just in case they.
Oh, the banana. What are you talking about? Brought what back?
You said when I had Reese's Pieces, I got a straw or with the Reese's cups.
What are you saying? Brought back?
You were talking about the banana Reese's cups. And we're like, there's pudding inside. And I'm like, nah. And you were like, and then I said something about eating banana pudding with a straw. And you were like, oh, so do you keep a straw on you for when you eat Reese's Cups? And I said, yes, just in case they bring back the banana Reese's Cups. So I'm ready. And I can go.
I see. Thank you for explaining.
You're welcome.
Yeah, no, that's a bad take.
That is a correct take.
Sorry.
I will fight you all day on this.
And you won't convince me.
That's fine. You'll just live in sin. Reese's Pieces are Jesus's candy.
Okay.
You know, they have you break the bread, you drink the wine, and then you have some Reese's Pieces. I've been to church.
They're just a lesser version of everything else.
No, they're a better version.
I'm sorry. I just can't do it. Can't do it.
You know, I don't know if I want to keep
It takes out everything that's Okay, if you think about the most iconic things about a Reese's peanut butter cup. Well, for the peanut butter's different. It's not like I don't know how they make it. It's like not this regular consistency of peanut butter. So it's different. It's like iconic. It has a certain flavor and like texture that works with their chocolate. And Reese's Pieces doesn't have that. It doesn't have the chocolate.
Is it the same peanut butter?
No, it's not the same peanut butter. It's like a solid peanut butter mass.
I'm looking this up.
It's just an M&M, but with peanut butter. It's not like the, yeah. I mean, maybe it is the same, like, ingredients, but that's the way they cook it. Like, the texture is completely different. And it's just a harder, less pleasant to eat candy.
All right, I have an article by GuiltyEat.com, a reliable source, obviously.
Yeah.
There's no answer on here. But there is an ad for high protein snacks to fuel your summer fun.
Okay. Click on it.
No. Oh, wait, hold on. Okay, I'm on soyyummy.com.
What are you looking up? Like
if it's the same peanut butter. Same?
I'm sure they use like the same ingredients, but it's definitely different. Like the way they like pack it in or whatever.
So it is a different filling than Reese's Cups.
Of course. That's what I've been saying. You're talking about an entirely different candy that shouldn't even be under the Reese's name.
A better candy that should be all Reese's makes.
No.
Yes.
You're saying they should get rid of their cups. That's ridiculous.
This is no.
Just the shape of them is too iconic.
The shape
Reese's
is
Pieces
boring.
Really... What are you talking about? Are you saying that the shape, the instantly recognizable shape of a Reese's cup,
Reese's Pieces are instantly recognizable by shape too?
Is more. No, they look like they're just ripoffs of M&Ms.
How dare
M&Ms do it better.
How dare you?
Reese's Pieces is literally just a ripoff of M&Ms and a lesser version of their own.
You disgust me.
The only thing.
How dare you spout these lies about our Lord's
The only
candy.
thing interesting about Reese's Pieces is that it's associated with E.T. the movie. That's the only thing that's like mildly interesting about Reese's Pieces is that E.T. the extraterrestrial likes Reese's Pieces.
I've never seen E.T.
He's like obsessed with Reese's Pieces or something.
I feel like,
but if E.T. didn't eat Reese's Pieces, they would have like faded into obscurity. Back in like the 90s.
That's right. If Reese's Pieces were not in E.T., that movie would have flopped. Nobody would remember it. You know what you know now?
No.
E.T. Because of Reese's Pieces.
That's not what
That's what you just said, ain't it?
E.T. would have been just as good if they were cups or the M&Ms. Or better yet, Skittles, the best of the tiny round candies with the letter on them.
No.
Skittles, I will say, are the best.
Skittles
of that breed.
Skittles burn my throat.
What does that mean?
Like, when I eat Skittles, I always get to a point where like my throat feels like there's acid in it. Which...
It sounds like you have a vastly different experience of eating things than the rest of us.
I just put it in my mouth and go, om nom.
The Reese's Cups cut your mouth. They instantly melt when you open them.
Correct, because I am eating them in the sauna.
Our previous discussion, the peanut butter and jelly was like too sticky, which I guess they are sticky, but it was
the
like
thing with the peanut butter and jelly is
sticky.
there were two different kinds of sticky.
Okay. We don't need to bring that back up, I guess. But anyways, I think you just have a different. Yeah, you have a different palate. It sounds like
I have a correct palate.
Okay. I will say my candy of choice is always going to be like the Skittles or like Nerds, Sweet Tarts.
I can get behind the Nerds ropes, but like regular Nerds.
The Nerds ropes are great.
Regular Nerds, I always feel like I end up spilling all over myself at some point, and I always just find a Nerd like in my pocket 3 weeks later.
Yeah, the gift that keeps on going. Yeah.
Do you eat the pocket Nerds?
Yeah, you. I mean, if I found a big enough one, maybe. It just, yeah, it depends. But they're, oh, hang on. My computer's about to die.
Oh no.
Let me plug it. I gotta plug it in.
Oh no. It's because you were talking smack about Reese's Pieces. It knows. This is Mr. Reese's coming to shut you down.
Is that his actual name?
I don't know. Probably. I think the guy who started like Reese's Cups was named Reese.
Imagine like Pieces is kind of a gross name to have. Like, imagine if it was just our name and then Pieces.
Auntie's Pieces. It'd be great.
Gross.
If you had to design like the perfect candy, what would it be?
It would have to have, there would be some sort of gummy factor to it. It would definitely be like its sour factor to it. I think I like having like opposing textures in the candy. So
would it be in the shape of children?
Have you tried Sour Patch Kids?
Yeah.
Sour Patch Kids.
The poster candy of stoners across America.
Yeah, I'm not saying anything about that, but I will say Sour Patch Kids are great. So.
Sour Patch Kids are top tier candies.
They are top tier candies. They're a top 5.
Whenever I go to the theater to see a movie, I usually get Sour Patch Kids and Reese's Pieces.
Recently these Sweet Tarts made this like, I don't even know how to explain what they are, but they're like, I don't know how to explain it. There's like a crunchy shell and then like a gummy center, and then there's like other little like ball pellets or something inside. I don't know. Then. It's hard to
when
it's like they're like chewy fusions is what they're called.
When I was in England, I think it's Cadbury made this. It was a chocolate bar, but it had jelly beans and Pop Rocks inside of it.
Oh my gosh.
I wouldn't say it was good.
Wait.
But it was an experience that everyone needs to try.
I would definitely try it. I don't feel like the chocolate would mix well with the jelly.
It doesn't.
That's really strange. I could see like giant jelly bean Pop Rocks. That's another candy that like, why isn't that still a popular candy? That's such a great idea.
It is.
Like the candy that like explodes in your mouth, and then people just let it die away. They didn't incorporate it with their own candies. They didn't embrace it the way they should have.
Cadbury did.
I was just talking about with some of my friends like how weird candy used to be. Like if you remember like the baby bottle pops,
yes,
or like the juicy drops.
Yeah. Where it was like the sucker with a divot in it, right? And you would squeeze juice into it.
Yeah. That was so strange. Like what a weird concept for a candy. And it wasn't like
the 90s and 2000s had some weird candies.
Yeah. Do you remember like the squeeze paste? There was just a tube and you would just squeeze and it was just like a gel it was like toothpaste. It was like the consistency of toothpaste and you would just squeeze it out and eat
I don't remember this.
I don't know if it was a popular one, but my parents found it somewhere and gave it to us.
Did you like Fun Dip as a kid?
That was good. That was definitely another weird one though. Like that's another bizarre concept.
It's the concept of it. Like I did love it as a kid, but now as an adult, the concept of it is so gross.
It is gross.
Like,
like
you lick it,
your spits,
and then you stick it in there, and then you lick that part off, and then you put it back in the powder. That's gross.
It was back when, I guess it would have been after the concept of double dipping from Seinfeld. Do you remember that?
I've never seen an episode of Seinfeld, and I have no plans on doing that.
Oh my. Okay. Oh, right, Anthony. Seinfeld like introduced the term double dipping. Apparently, they like coined it. And are you a double dipper?
Depends.
I feel like you would be.
So,
but then you want to trash talk about Fun Dip.
No. Like, okay, like chips and salsa. If I have like a large chip that will not fit into my mouth, yes, I will double dip, but only if I'm like with family or people I'm not concerned with like spreading germs to.
I see. So why is Fun Dip any different from this?
Well, that is gross. But I think Fun Dip is different because like you lick the whole thing and then stick it in there and then you lick it again. It's not like with chips and salsa, it's like you get some salsa, take a bite off the chip, chip too big, get some more salsa on that chip, put the rest of it in your mouth. You don't like keep going back and forth. Like I feel like the first 2 times you dip Fun Dip, you're good.
I don't think I ever ate it that way. I think I would just take a bite and then like put it back in. I don't think I like licked it until it was gone. I would just take a bite and then put it back in. And then
I mean, I would just eat all the sugar
like the way you do with chips and dip. So yeah, what you did was basically, I don't know if either one of our ways is the correct way to do it, but
mine is.
You would dip your chip of salsa in there, lick all the salsa off, and then dip.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Is the metaphor. But that's what.
That's gross.
But okay. I see. Well, I don't know what to say.
I'm trying to think of weird candies from our childhood.
There are definitely other ones. Like bubblegum rope. That was a weird one.
Big League Chew was also weird, I think.
I don't know if I ever had. I remember seeing that in like the aisle, but I never.
I liked Big League Chew, but like it, because it was designed to be like dip, like chewing tobacco. Like that was the purpose of it, is to help baseball players get off tobacco. But it's like a bunch of strings of gum, and you have to get like a handful of it and shove it in your mouth.
Also, speaking of like, you know those like they were like called gourmet lollipops, and they were these giant like round like, sphere
and like
lollipops.
Weird tourist shops always,
and they tasted great. Yes, yeah, and they like were sold for like 50 cents or whatever, and they like, I mean, they tasted good, but it's like such a pain to eat, and because they're so big and round that you could like not comfortably fit them in your mouth.
Have you ever?
And then you would just have to.
Thinking about like Pop Rocks and that kind of stuff again. Have you ever had Zots? ZOTS.
I don't know what that is.
So they come in like.
I'm gonna Google that.
I love Zots. I can't ever find them anywhere. But
yeah, I don't recognize this. Actually, I do recognize this logo, but I.
So they come in like the packaging. They're like 5 individual packages that are connected together, and you buy them like that, and it's one Zot in each of them. But it's like, it's, you know, like a sucker kind of
sherbet.
You what?
It says it contains sherbet. Sherbet?
Okay. I don't know what sherbet is.
That's the term they use. You don't know what sherbet is? Like ice, like it's like ice cream.
No, not sherbet. Did you say sherbet or sherbet?
Sherbet.
But sherbet is the ice cream thing.
Is it?
Yes.
I think it's sherbet. I think it's both the same thing.
Anyways, so you would.
I think people just say sherbet.
So Zots, they're like a sucker.
Yeah, it's the same thing.
It's like a round sucker without the stick, but inside of that, there's like, Pop Rocks powder or like malic acid or something like that. So you would suck on it, and then eventually you would get a hole in it, and all that powder would just come pouring out into your mouth.
I've had candy.
Yes, they're great. I love them.
That's a good candy.
Are you
anything that has like a center that is a different consistency is a top tier candy? I feel like, which would include Reese's
and Reese's Pieces,
and not Reese's Pieces. I guess. Okay, well, I guess technically, but it's still like the lamest version of that.
No,
concept.
It's the best version. Do you remember
the consistency is not different enough with the candy shell?
Yeah, it is.
It's just more hard.
Arguably,
more like
the
very
consistency of the chocolate is more close to the peanut butter than the consistency of the candy shell to the peanut butter in a Reese's Piece. You're proving my point.
Okay. Anyway, you're gonna say something. I think I interrupted you.
I forgot what I was gonna say.
Okay. Well, I'm not. You haven't convinced me of anything. I stand by what I said before.
Other than some candies are real weird.
I think we do agree on that. Some candies are weird.
But I like some of those.
Really, they're not weird enough.
I do have bad taste. My girlfriend has a list of my wrong tastes. Like I do like black licorice.
Okay, so there you go. You've admitted. Okay, whoa. All right.
Black licorice is delicious.
I feel like you need to start every other food like hot topic from now on with. Granted, I do like I do like licorice, black licorice.
Because it's good.
You got to say that at the beginning of every one.
I will not.
Okay, I will say
that's
it.
fine. If you remember, haha.
By the way, this guy likes. I'm putting it.
I also like my favorite kind of pizza is a green olive and anchovy pizza.
What the hell?
That's not a joke. That is completely factual.
That's terrible.
It's a great pizza.
Actually, I don't know if I've never had anchovies.
I love anchovies.
But I can tell you I wouldn't like green olives on pizza. I can get behind like black olives. Sure. I feel like I probably could get behind anchovies if I tried them, even though the concept is
they're a salty fish. That's all it is.
Like the combination of that and the green olives.
Even better is a green olive mushroom and anchovy pizza.
I don't like mushrooms. I can't do mushrooms.
Mushrooms are delicious.
Pickles? How do you feel about pickles?
I do like pickles. Big fan. Have you seen those?
Okay.
They're like in gas stations, and it's just kind of a bag, and there's one giant
like
pickle.
Hot Mama.
Yes.
And yeah. Those are not
Who
good.
buys those?
I don't like those. I have bought them to try them, and they're not good.
I think I got one once when I was working for FedEx.
Yeah, they're like the concept I feel like is good in theory, but they taste exactly how you imagine, and it's not like a fresh pickle. It's an old pickle.
Gross.
Yeah. But pickle should be a more commonly used like flavor. Like pickle chips are a top tier chip.
I agree with that. Specifically, the Pringles Extreme Dill are the greatest potato chip ever made.
Fantastic. Yeah. There's this other company that was trying to make like it was like the same thing as like but a bag of dill pickled chips but with less of the juice.
Right.
Like I mean like not chips but like the actual like cut slices of dill pickle that you would just eat out of a bag.
Okay.
And it was supposed to be like not messy. And that was a better execution of like the pickle in a bag concept. But
than just one giant
still
pickle.
Not 100%
a singular
sold.
Pickle in a bag.
Yeah. It's definitely easier to eat and less messy than like a bag of pickle juice.
When I was young, I used to drink pickle juice out of the jar.
I never went that far. I feel like that was a line I didn't cross.
I think we've established at this point that I'm a weird person.
Yeah.
There were some
we have established
there were some bugs when I was made that they didn't iron out.
Yeah, you and I what I was going to okay. There's probably no point. I was going to ask like the weirdest food combination that you're into, but I
think the pizza is probably the one, like combination of foods. Like the green olive, mushroom, and anchovy is the worst.
Well, that's okay. Something That's something that you could order, like the pizza company will make that for you. But what's something that like you have to make yourself because it's so weird and you can't buy it?
I don't know. I feel like I don't try a lot of weird things when I cook because I try to do things that I know that even if I screw it up, I can like save it.
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, I will eat. This is kind of weird for America, but I will in the morning sometimes. I'll just make some rice and put an egg over it and eat that for breakfast.
That sounds very bland.
It's good. But well, I mean, you got to salt it a little bit and like some pepper and some seasoning a little bit, but especially with some jasmine rice, oh, so good.
I mean, I'd eat like ramen with an egg on it.
Oh yeah.
So I feel like that can't be too different, but
it's great. You like wait till the ramen's about to be done and then you drop the egg in there. So good.
I could get behind that. Not too weird, I don't think.
I don't know. Cause,
is that like, did you say like for Americans?
Yeah.
Is that like something that they do commonly in overseas?
I think in Asia that's pretty common, like just rice with an egg on it. I might be wrong.
That would make sense. But that may just be a stereotypical thing.
That's true. We have established that I am extremely racist.
We did say that.
Yeah, I think part of the reason I got into that is because I watched too many Ghibli movies, and the food in all of those movies look way too good.
The food in animated movies always does look fantastic.
Do you know in the Disney...
Never... Sorry, go ahead.
In the original Disney Cinderella, when there's those mice, and all it is a cracker with water, but damn, does that cracker and water look good.
I don't remember that scene. I do remember, kind of on a similar concept, the Land Before Time, the leaf. Do you remember the leaves with the water?
I was not allowed to watch The Land Before Time.
Oh my gosh. Can we go into the story? Or is this
my parents were super Christian, and there were a lot of things I was not allowed to watch. Along the same lines, because I was about to bring this up, there was this series of like Bible stories, animated Bible stories. I cannot remember what they were called, but I watched so many of them. And
was it something about like a torch?
Maybe, I don't know, because they would always start out with an old man explaining the story that he was about to show animated.
Okay. Never mind, I don't know what that is.
They were not great, but the one where Jesus is like, when he gives the bread to Judas, I remember as a kid being like, dang, dude, that bread looks slapping.
You wished that you were Judas?
Yes, in that scenario.
Yeah. I don't know what you're talking about because I haven't seen it.
I will look this up because
I can say that the animated like food always looked fantastic and then never tasted as good as it looked in the real life version.
I will agree with that.
In Land Before Time, I can't remember what they're called. They're like stars something, but they're leaves that had like water in them, and they would just float down, and then the dinosaurs would eat them, and they looked fantastic. Nice. And then I always thought salad would taste like that, and it didn't.
Every time, so because I work in 2 restaurants, get people ordering salads, and every time I get somebody ordering a salad with no dressing, I want to slap them.
That sounds terrible. I mean, it doesn't. It sounds like it's just a bowl of leaves.
It makes my job easier because I don't have to go find the dressing. But true. It's just like, what sort of psychopath eats a dry salad?
More power to them, though. I really don't feel like you're the one to be calling people's food taste psychopathic.
I am absolutely the person who can say this. I'll be over here with my anchovy mushroom green olive pizza, and I'll be calling all y'all out.
Okay. I mean, good for them to have, like, to be able to stomach just a bowl of, not that I couldn't stomach it, but just to find that appealing, just a bowl of leaves, because, I guess they're better off for it. But
it's weird.
That does not sound good at all. Yeah, that sounds really lame.
Do you have any, like, just
couldn't be me.
Weird tastes? Like something you know is not, like most people will not think this is good.
I don't think, no, not really. There is one thing that my friends make fun of me for, and it's I put Cheez-Its in clam chowder. And I don't think it's that strange.
So I get wanting a cracker in your clam chowder.
Yes.
I'd go with like exactly. A saltine.
Yeah. So why is it any worse to take it one step further and make it a Cheez-It cracker?
Because it's a Cheez-It. It's basically cardboard.
Whoa.
I say this
you
is
are
a
not
man who
bad
loves
mouthing
Cheez-Its.
Cheez-Its right now.
Specifically, the white cheddar grooves.
A Cheez-It is no more cardboard than a saltine.
No,
what does that
a saltine
mean?
has a bready flavor to it.
Cheez-Its are not cardboard. First of all, they bring what a saltine does to clam chowder, but they have a cheese flavor.
Just put cheese on your clam chowder.
That's weird though. That's weird. This way you don't have to be weird. You can have the cracker and the cheese without being weird.
No, it's a little weird. If you're gonna say me liking black licorice is wrong, then I can call you out on this.
Okay, fair enough. Like oyster crackers is not a big jump, like to go in clam chowder, right?
Yeah.
And then, so go from that to goldfish. Is that weird? Is that strange at all? That would be good.
Okay, now that I'm thinking about this, I do remember multiple times in my life where I would put goldfish in tomato soup.
Yeah, that's not... I haven't done that specifically, but it's not... I don't think it's weird. I feel like goldfish and Cheez-Its belong in soup.
They're shaped like fish.
Is that weirder than
they belong in liquid.
Yeah. Is it weirder than like any other cereal? It's just like a savory... Like, I guess this is the
cereal in your clam chowder. What cereal are you putting in your clam chowder?
No. I'm just saying it's a cereal. It's a cereal-like object in a liquid.
I gotta add something to the drive. Because this might be a long discussion if we get on, is cereal a soup?
Is it the... Yeah, I knew that.